Hey, what is up you guys? It is Silver Sun here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my review on One Punch Man Season 2, Episode 4. Alright, so this episode starts off with Garo pretty much watching a TV show to where the hero is facing off against the monster, the villain basically, and obviously the hero wins. And Garo doesn't approve of that. He thinks that the monster should win because they're a lot cooler, and it just sucks to see, the monsters and the villains get taken down, and then the heroes get all the praise and such. So that was like a little bit of backstory there with him going on. But then we cut to present day, where Saitama's pretty much going into that martial arts tournament that was talked about in the last episode. He's pretty much going in there with the wig that he bought and stuff, and he's pretty much going under the student. I forgot his name. I think it was Chakanora, something like that. He's pretty much just identifying himself as him, and he's pretty much just masquerading as him. And he ends up waiting in this room, waiting for the tournament to actually start. But as he's waiting, this one guy comes in. This guy that used to be at Master Bang's dojo and such. He's pretty much just talking to him, thinking that he's Chakanoro. Again, forgive me if I'm saying this guy's name wrong or if anything of this sort. Like, comment down below and let me know officially what it is. But I'm pretty sure that's what his name was. I can't even remember. But basically, he's pretty much talking to him, and he's pretty much going on to tell Saitama that if he enters in the tournament under someone else's name and identity and such, that he could get sued and get into a whole bunch of big trouble. And he was real worried about that. He was sweating bullets and everything. And then he didn't find out, but he still believed that he was Chikora, or however you pronounce his name. So he didn't really get caught for that, but he was pretty much scared at that point. But there was also something else going on with Metal Bat, and this guy, like, every time I look at him, it just reminds me so much of Onigawara from Mob Psycho 100. They look the exact same, and it just makes me laugh. But still, basically, Metal Bat's looking after this like dad and son, and they're pretty much like in this sushi restaurant, and a monster appears, and he obviously defeats it. Uh, pretty, I mean, pretty. I wouldn't say effortlessly, but like he defeats it not as badly damaged, but the monster actually has some backup, and there's like two other monsters that come out that are pretty much attacking him. The son and the dad and stuff, and Melbat's pretty much there to defend them. It's like a demon level threat there, and pretty much Melbat's just fighting it off, and it's pretty crazy. It was actually pretty good. Like, some of the shots were pretty well animated, and it was actually pretty nice to see, a different character getting some shine now, like all the other heroes and stuff like that, expanding on the whole hero aspect of this show. I really like that the rest of them are getting more screen time in their own little episodes and stuff like that. But in any case, while all this is going on, Garo, there's pretty much like three things going on in this episode. But basically, Garo's pretty much at the park again with that kid, Pause, and they're pretty much reading over that hero guide that he has. And while they're doing all that, there's this announcement saying to evacuate the city, that there's a demon level threat on the loose, there's a monster lurking about, and Garo's obviously excited, and he's like pretty much wanting to go to the fight scene basically, and seeing what's going on, seeing who's fighting, seeing which heroes fighting the monster, and seeing if he can, get in on that. And so pretty much he heads off to go see what's going on, and what's going on is there are these two monsters, and Metal Bat's pretty much trying to attack both of them, but one of them actually releases this like knockout gas basically, and everybody in the vicinity, the son and the dad, they pretty much get knocked out, and Metal Bat's pretty much trying to fight them, but it's not as easy as it seems because the gas is slowly, getting at him, and it's making him tired and lose his focus and such. But eventually, in order to snap himself out of it, he starts like hitting himself with his own bat, trying to not let it affect him. And pretty much he goes on, when he finds the strength that he needs, he pretty much goes on and just destroys both of them with one hit with his bat, and then that's pretty much takes care of them. But then also after that, there's this big like centipede monster. But like it was weird. It was like it had like a old guy's kind of face, but like below that, it was like a big like monster type thing. So it was like a two-faced like big centipede that just stretched across the whole city, and pretty much Melba has to take it down. But it's real tough because it's like a really hard opponent to hit, and such. Like quite literally, like the material that's made out of this weak spot is that old person's face that I talked about earlier, and Melba discovered that, so he was pretty much running up on top of the thing, and he pretty much runs up to the weak spot and just gives it a good whack, and then that's when it pretty much goes down for a second or two, but then it pretty much gets him and just like flings him across the city, flings him to where Garo is, and pretty much Garo is looking to challenge him, saying, "Oh, you know, it's time for you and me to fight. You know, I'm your opponent now," and such. And pretty much Metal Bout realizes who it is. It's Garo, the hero hunter, basically, and pretty much that's where the episode ends with those two pretty much about to square off with the centipede in the back still causing damage and such. I can only imagine what's gonna happen next. I mean, obviously we're gonna see, you know, the tournament and stuff like that based on the preview and whatnot. That's gonna be pretty cool. A little martial arts tournament that Saitama's in. That's gonna be nice. But I really want to see how that's gonna play out between Metalbat and Garo. You know, I hope Metalbat doesn't get beaten too badly because up until now we've seen Garo pretty much demolish everybody he's come in contact with. It's almost scary, but we'll see what happens next episode. As far as this episode goes, I thought it was really nice. You know, I like how we got a little bit of insight into Garo and like his little backstory, little section there. I like how um I like how Saitama's pretty much just in this tournament. You know, pretty much. I mean, he's able to one shot everybody, I'm sure, but like he's excited himself. He's like wanting to know if there's any strong people, like actually strong people in this tournament, and he's just waiting to see, you know, what the competition is there. And then I especially love that we get to see more of the other heroes, i.e., Metal Bat, pretty much, you know, just saving the day basically, and then seeing him and Garo come into contact like that. It should be a very interesting change, or not change of events, but leading up to, you know, stuff to come later on in episode 5. But we'll just have to wait and see till then. So that's pretty much it for my review, guys. Comment down below, tell me what you guys thought, and until the next one, Silver Sun is out.